When we work against our grain, our natural strength, we easily stress out about blood sugar management and are not as successful as we can. As a result, we risk diabetes, anxiety, and burnout. And if you feel that already, right, if you feel that already, you may think, you know what, this is because I'm not good enough, right? This diabetes thing, I will never ever be able to manage it. I will, it's just overwhelming for me, whatever. We always blame that all upon ourselves. The reality is that a lot of the advice that you're getting from your diabetes educators is hard for you to implement because you need to work against your grain if you want to follow that advice. So part of the core of my book is really to help you use that advice, but implement it in a way that it works for you. Not for me, not for others, but for you. So what I'm doing, what I'm sharing with you, doesn't necessarily work for you. In fact, most likely it will not work for you. But what I will give you, and I'll give you that we started in step 1 and 2, and we're continuing this year, what you will get is a process to find your own ways of implementing your doctors and diabetes care team's advice in a way that it works for you. And you don't burn out, but instead you are energized. So let me get back to that. So energized. So and so the blood sugar check method is because we cannot use the Colby. I do advise you to take the Colby A. It might guide you in it, but I cannot give you advice on it here in this forum or here in this webinar. So use that as an educational tool for you to complete this worksheet. And that worksheet is really like will do, want to. So when you go back to that wheel of diabetes mastery that we did in step 2, and you put together a lot of empowering statements at the end of step 2, look at those statements and put them here on the left corner where it says empowering statement. So in this example, it's I'm still young and I have the power to change into a more active lifestyle, right? So that's what we have decided as an example at the end of step 2. And so now think about what it's going to be if you wanted to change into a more active lifestyle. What would be your first step, right? So some people would say, we're all different, right? So some people would say, I need to research, the best gym first. I need to see what kind of exercise is most beneficial for my age and gender. What kind of trainers out there? What are they licensed for? Do I like the people there? You might want to do all of that. So there's a lot, like multiple action that you will take in order to change into a more active lifestyle, right? So what is your first action? Other people, instead of doing all of that and doing all the research, they just put on their shoes and run, right? So think about it, we're all different, right? So we plan, some of us plan, and the easiest way to but for people that go right to the bottom line and don't plan and find shortcuts, they're like, I put my shoes on and I don't even need to run. Maybe I just take a brisk walk around the block for 30 minutes every morning. That's my first step, right? So others might say, in order to do that, I need to buy shoes first. I need to go and buy shoes first, then research what kind of walking shoes are good for my age and my body type and so on. So we all have different ways how we initiate action. So in this sheet here, what I do want you to do is look at what's the first thing you do? How do you initiate action? What is the first step or the first steps that you would take in order to fulfill that commitment that you made to yourself? Which in this example here is, I'm still young and I have the power to change into a more active lifestyle. So once you've done that, I also want you to put together a list in the third column on what you will not do. And what are you willing to not do to make it the way you want it? And I know it's awkwardly phrased, but that's on purpose, because I want you to make it clear decision on where you draw the line on what you're going to do. So, for example, here in this case, it's like, whatever happens, I will not get up at 5 a.m. in the morning to fit exercise into my day, right? So just some people just don't do that. Other people will not say, no, I'm not going to lift weights. I don't want to sweat too much. I'm not going to drive a bike. I'm not going to drink wheatgrass juice. So whatever it is, you put together just an entire list of things that you're willing to not do in order to get your health in check, and your blood sugar in check, rather, and your health managed. Okay, so do all of that, and so that's your list. So this is the worksheet that we're going to work further with in the next step number 4, where we will work on how all the action that you take, that you will take. How do we make that fit into your diabetes care so that you don't burn out and that you actually get energized for it?